Welcome to today's video. So maybe you could have been thinking of like, okay, you want to get yourself a motorbike, you're not too sure on which bike to get. So in this video, the reason why you should buy this bike or this kind of a bike. This beast looks very nice. It's a very beautiful machine. It's solid. It's really good. The exhaust system, it's just one of those nice things. Then the indicators, the LED from factory. You don't need to buy aftermarket LED. They're just all LED. Let me just show you. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, it's visible. Even it's very bright, but you can see it's capturing. Then one other advantage is digital. You don't need to do with cables, the speedometer cables, blah blah blah. No, the speedometer and everything is digital. Everything is digital, so it's quite a good bike. Then the fuel tank here, as you can tell, I've tried it. I think it's between 12, maybe 11 to 12 liters, somewhere there. For a 150cc, that will take you very far. Then on consumption wise, with this bike, I do a liter covers about 35 to 45 kilometers somewhere, depending on how I'm riding. Yeah. Then the front brake is very strong. It's amazingly strong. It's a disc brake and it's really good. It's the one I use most of the time actually. Then one of the advantages of this bike is parts are easy to find. Here where we live, like these bikes, this brand here, Gatoma. It's like the biggest brand, so almost every other bike you see out there is a Gatoma. So spare parts and other parts are just all over the place. Regardless of where you are, you can just buy them, fix, and then you're on your way. Then this bike also is easy to work on. Doesn't have a lot of those complicated things like EFI, that's electronic fuel injection. Doesn't have like radiators. This is air-cooled engine. It can be a disadvantage, can be an advantage. In other words, this bike is as simple as it can get, easy to fix. All you need to do is just have the right tools, spanners, and all those things. Then you learn. A lot of videos online. Yeah, then you can carry yourself and somebody else, and then there's always this space behind here where you can put some luggage or something. This motorbike comes with an alarm system installed. That means you don't need to do anything when it comes to security. You already have it. Then yeah, so those are some of the advantages. There could be a lot, but those are the ones I could think of. Otherwise, very solid bike. I love this bike, and I would strongly encourage you to buy this bike. It looks cool. Why? Or you should not buy this bike. So if you're a fan of long distance journeys, you admire people that do adventures, you might have learned a lot about motorbikes. To start with, this bike uses a carburetor. There's those that use EFI, that's the electronic fuel injection. This one uses a carburetor. This technology is a bit old, or rather it's good just for smaller engines. So you may need to learn how to adjust the carburetor, because once in a while, yeah, you might have challenges with the carburetor. You might be burning more fuel or little fuel, making your engine not perform very well. Another one is the engine itself. The whole system is not well balanced. So that means when you're riding at certain speeds, it begins to vibrate. Especially if you're doing, like for this bike, anything above 80, 90, there you experience a lot of vibration. In fact, I've mentioned that, I can also talk of the cruising speed. So for this bike, the cruising speed, the one that you can ride a long distance without stressing the engine too much, would be between 80 and 90 kilometers per hour. Even 70 if you're being very nice to your engine. Otherwise, anything above 90, you can't sustain that distance for a long time without putting your engine in extreme stress. It's 150cc. There isn't much you can do about it. Then let's go on the dashboard here. So on our dashboard or speedometer, or cluster, whatever you might call it. One of the negatives this bike has is the fact that it doesn't have a trip meter. It just has the odometer showing you how many kilometers this bike has covered, but you can't reset it like for a single trip. Then the indicator only shows one light blinking when you turn on the indicator. So that's my left. Did you see that? That's my right. You can't tell anything, not so, because it's just one light showing you that one of the indicators is on, but it won't show you which one specifically. It's not really a big deal. Yeah, the drum brake. Drum brakes are very weak, to be honest with you. So that's one of the disadvantages. The drum brake, they are quite weak, and yeah, you have to learn to live with that. Then from the factory, it comes with the halogen bulb. Those are the ones that when they light up, they look a bit yellow. So for me, I had to change. Anyway, it's another video where I'll say things that have changed. So that's one of the disadvantages of these bikes. Then the vibration thing brings about sometimes screws, nuts, everything falling off. But it's not a common thing. I've not experienced that personally, but other people have experienced that. Otherwise, yeah, those are some of the negatives I could think of. It doesn't have an oil filter. Some of these negatives could be also posters. So those are some of the negatives that I can mention about these bikes. They are not a lot, they're just a few, but yeah.